Welcome back. Namaskar दोस्तों. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. So today we are going to learn how to actually host a static website on S3 bucket. And in this particular thing, I will teach you step by step and click by click. Like first of all, how you will create a HTML page for this testing. Then how will you create a static website on S3? How will you generate the policy and all these things related to accessibility of this particular static website? So let's begin. Okay. So it's step by step, click by click for everyone who is absolutely new to this cloud and learning. And let's do it hands on. So I'm logged into my AWS console and I will go to my S3 service, which is our simple storage service from Amazon. As we have already gone through it in previous chapters, I will create a bucket. Right, let me create the bucket as my website. Okay, and since it needs to be unique, I will give name number 010. Then I will keep as it is everything by default, and I will create the bucket. Right, so my bucket has been created. The notification comes up here where you can definitely see it and then close it. Right, now I want to host a website, and you know that for website main page is known as index.html. Those who don't know, this is for their learning, that the index page or the first page of the or the home page of the website is always index.html. Right, that is in HTML thing, which is a very simple format, but it can be in PHP and all these things also. But in this lesson we are only considering HTML. Okay, now let's see. First of all, how will you create the HTML page? People will say, I don't know coding, I don't know how to write an HTML page and other things. Not to worry, you open your Word doc. Okay, I'm in a Word doc, new Word doc, new page, and I will just say this is a static website hosted on S3. Okay, let us bring it to the middle and I can make it a bigger. That's it. Now we'll file, save as. You see, you will get a HTML option here, web page. Just choose that web page, and where you want to do is in the, let's say in downloads. Okay, let's do it. Yep, done. Then the AWS also wants an error page, so that if anybody goes to the different URL, then the error page should be popped out. But it's optional, but we'll make it because it's very simple to make. Right, this is error page on S3. Right, file, save as HTML. We'll go again to what, downloads, error.html. Done. We'll close this. We are done with that. That's it. Now what I have to do is, because I'm hosting it on S3, then of course I have to upload this to this particular bucket, right? And we know what is bucket is, correct? So I'll go here. I'll say upload. I will say add files. I'll go to downloads. See, this is my error. And I think I didn't create it correctly for index.html. So let's create it once more. Not a big deal, right? Open the Word. This is a static website posted on S3, and I will increase its size, right? File, save as, your index, right? And where I'll keep it inside downloads. That's done. Let's see if it's there or not now. It should be there. So index is there and this is there, right? Okay. Now, what we'll do is, again, we have to put the files in here. Add files, index, error, both I'll do. Add, and we'll do upload. Updating, upload succeeded, and I should see all these 2 files here, right? Okay. Now, I'll close this. What I'll do is, you have to go to properties of the bucket and you have to come down, down. Here you see this static website hosting, right? Just edit that and enable it. Host static website, and we have to put the name of the file. In our case, it is HTML, remember? So it will put as HTML, sorry, index.html and HTML and error.html. Okay. ठीक है, यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया? So let's do save changes, right? Then again go down to that particular portion. You will see there is a link there. Either you can copy or you can directly click that. Do you think it will open? No, it won't, because we have not given the permissions, right? So let's give the permissions one by one. Let's see how to do that, right? Again, we come back to our bucket. We go to permissions. By default, all the public access is blocked. So we'll edit that and we will enable the public access for this particular bucket, right? We'll do save changes. Then it's asking me, because it's very security wise, it's very important thing to take note that it is publicly accessible. I'll do confirm, right? Done. Now, do you think it will work? Let's do function F5. No. Why? Because we have not given the actual permissions to the objects inside that. So I'll go here and I can check the permissions for access control list. So there is a way to give the permissions through access control list, right? But it is very cumbersome, and for the exam of cloud practitioner, it is not required. So I will teach you the absolute correct way, whether you are doing cloud practitioner, you are doing solution architect, or you are doing any specialty of AWS certification, right? Always, in case of buckets, we should be always using bucket policy, because this is the most, you can say best practices. If you want to just understand it in a very layman terms, it's the best practices. And doing this edit permissions for ACL, it's very cumbersome. So let me show you actually what happens actually in ACL thing. To give the ACL, by default, it is not enabled. You see, it is disabled. So first, to enable it, we have to edit the object ownership and enable ACL enable, right? We'll keep it as it is and save changes. You have to acknowledge this and save changes. When you come down now you will see like it is enabled, right? See, the cumbersome thing which I was telling you, like you have to give all these things. Bucket owner for you, it is everything. For everyone, public access, it is list, read, right? then all these things you have to take note of here. Let's say save changes, access for others account, you have to save changes and see if it works. Now let's see. It's still not working because you have to do so many of troubleshooting. The specified key does not exist and other things, error key error.html, all these things, right? So what we have to do is, now I'll give you the best practices now. First of all, let's actually disable the things which we have given earlier so that we don't face any issues later. We do save changes, right? Now we come to the best practice of bucket policy. Don't get overwhelmed with bucket policy. Yes, somebody will say that I have to write a code for bucket policy and other things. No, AWS has made our life very easy actually. That's why I am a fan of AWS. And I'll show you step by step, like how you can generate the policy, right? Okay, now let's do like this. We'll do edit. Now you see there are two options, policy examples and policy generator. The very go-to option is policy generator. Click on that. Now the policy is for what? Policy is for S3 bucket, correct? Yes. Now what is the second step? Add statements. What is the statement we want to add? Allow. Allow whom? Because it's a public static website, I'm allowing everybody. Everybody means star, right? Now, what should I allow? This is the permission I should give. So I want to allow get object, only get object, that's it. So you see, it will be always in, sorted order, like get live, then L, then M, then comes the get object. So I'll do get object, and I have to do the take out the ARN of the bucket, right? How do I get the ARN of the bucket? I'll go here. Here is my bucket ARN. You see, I'll copy that and I'll put it here. I'll do add statement, and then generate policy. You see, I have generated the policy here. Let's copy it. Control C, close it, come to your website, the tab where you are generating the policy, paste it. Done. There is no errors reported. If there were errors, it would have been always red or something like this on the numbering side here, right? We'll say save changes. Action does not apply to any resources in statement. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, now this is what I wanted to show you. This is why we should always go with live classes, because in recorded classes there will be always, done for you thing, like you won't know like why this particular error came, right, and how to resolve this one. So here we are talking about object, right? So here we have given only the access to bucket, but not its contents, like the files and other things. So what we'll do is we'll slash star, right? Let's try once more now. Yes, and our policy has been edited successfully. Let's see if we can access our website now. And here it is. You see, this is a static website hosted on S3, which you yourself created the HTML file. Now let's say I want to go here, error, something like that, or test, right? See, it won't come anywhere here. It should actually it should always come as error on S3, but it didn't come. We will do a troubleshooting of that one also. Now let's go to our website here. We go to properties, right? static website. Let's edit this. So what was the name we gave here for this particular file? Was error.html, error.html, htm, right? So let's go here and see. Okay, it's error. And does it open this page? Is yes. So it's error.html. So I think it is because of the case here. It is in uppercase, but we gave in lowercase. Let's try that, right? So put it here as error. Okay, let's save changes. Again, we go down to properties and we see this is a web stack. Now, if I static website hosted on S3. Now, if I want to do some testing and see why it is coming like this. See, now it is coming. This is error on page S3. This is what I wanted to show you guys. And this is why I always will suggest you to go on live training. This will always come during live training. It won't come in your recorded sessions. Of course, this live training, the troubleshooting and all these things will be provided to you. But if you are going through some courses in some platforms, I am not a very big fan of that, because I want to do a live session with my students, or as a student, I want to learn in a live session, because this is where we clarify our doubts. This is where we get the real techie experience. Okay. So thank you all, and I hope you learned something today, and see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.